H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks. I'm coming to you live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. Today is Tuesday. I can't wait. I can't wait to get this show. Share it, share it, share it. You're going to learn something that you probably didn't know, but some of y'all probably already know it. It's just it. But I know it's a couple of things. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I'm a 1 day years old learning this stuff, so I'm gonna share it. And I got some stuff tomorrow. I'm gonna share with y'all because people been asking me certain things about Robert. You ain't been talking about politics. You ain't been. I told y'all I was gonna get you up to it. Now I'm in the planning stage, and the things that I'm doing right now can't be talked about on the air. Okay, they can't be talked about on the air. So we gonna have to convene somewhere else. We got to do it like they used to do it, cause there's too many people watching this show. And yes, I got yeah. Just letting you know. But we got some. We got some going on. But shout out to my guys, that is Moody, big coach out there in Maui, Daryl Anderson, Jeremy Davis. Y'all share the show. He's somebody, he see Memphis background. Yes, of course I got Memphis background in there. I was trying to find you in the stand. You must have been sitting on other people's side. You wasn't sitting on the outside. I saw what you was doing. But great day to me. Great day for me. Share the show because I want to share some stuff with y'all. And I need your help. Y'all don't understand that a lot of times when I bounce things off of y'all, I know a lot of y'all be telling me, man, I want to hear from you. No, y'all, but what happens is we can't have this being a toxic relationship. Toxic relationships, if you don't know, is the one person always giving, one person always giving, and the other person never gives back. Those not good relationships. We got to form a relationship where you give me information and I talk about you. I want to hear that. When I ask you, give me a topic that you've been pressing about. And sometimes you don't have it, and sometimes you do. And I understand everybody just, are not uh, critical thinkers and just think all the time. Y'all got your jobs to do. They got y'all working hard on them. I understand that. I understand that. On the way. Uh, hold on, yeah. But uh I had to, y'all know when that's kind of important. Shout out to Eric Boone. But Boone, Aaron Wilford, I love when you come and ask questions like you do, man. You ask some of the greatest questions uh uh of anybody other than the women. Uh, on this feed, and I love that, man, because I want to hear what y'all got to say. I really y'all noticed yesterday somebody said something on the feed. I scratched everything that I was supposed to be doing on the show. Y'all got little topics that I like to talk about on the show, and because y'all are more important than that. And I just want to, but we got to do it, with decency and in order. And and every time I talk, I'm always trying to find out uh that balance of things that should I talk about what's trending or should I talk about what's not trending and need to be talked about. What's up, Brandon Weefall? I see you. But trying to see a shout out to, my heart go out to Bubba McDowell, one of the greatest men that I've met in this business since I've been in this business as a player, as a coach, a great man. In Prairie View, I don't know what the hell they thinking about. Let this guy just go. And ain't been there but a couple of years. Just because you didn't beat TSU, that's a hell of a game, man. It's gonna be one winner. So every year the coach leave. Every year somebody If the one team loses or the other team loses, you fire the coach. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. We got to do better than that. We must do better than that. But Bubba, you my dude, man. Great guy. Uh, y'all don't understand, man. It's some rotten ass people out here, and they y'all think they're excelling in the world, but y'all the first shall be last. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Go look that up. Uh, but shout out to Bubba. And y'all, I had unique conversations. Y'all got to understand. Uh, I got to talk about somebody called me this morning and was just telling me about uh, high school basketball and the mess they went and saw last night. Why do y'all keep doing y'all self like this? And I'm gonna talk about it a little later. So share it and share the show. Tell your friends, everybody, why summer basketball, high school basketball, uh, why do you keep torturing yourself like this? Morris Parson is in the building. Oh my goodness, my man right there, y'all. Y'all got to realize. Y'all got to realize. And I'm gonna stop the show right now. This man right here just came on the screen right here, right? I'm gonna tell you the truth. Wasn't for him, I wouldn't be talking on this show right now. Wasn't for this man, I probably wouldn't be talking on this show. Maybe I'd have been doing something else, but not on this particular platform right here. Morris Parsons was the general manager of the first radio station that I happened to go and walk into my first day on the set, and I didn't know nothing about being on the radio, ladies and gentlemen. I was nervous because I had trickster Chris Walker, because he always trying to trick me into saying something wrong and trick me into saying, because he wanted to trick me into saying, man, you're paying players and all that kind of stuff, all that old kind of stuff. So I was weary. Chris had asked me about 20 times, and I said, no, 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 no. But when I got in this building, and that staff, the people, I let me tell you something. The, Morris, Emily, and all of them, Millie, and all of them people, I I'll never forget those people. I'll never forget the team that you assembled. Tomorrow, remember this. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Y'all get to the show early. I got some. How are you building your cabinet? We got a cabinet that 45 is 47 now is building up there. How you building your cabinet? I'm gonna talk to y'all about that tomorrow. How you building the people around you? And I brought that up because Morris had a great team around him that made me feel so comfortable. Even with Chris Walker being the trickster, they made me feel so comfortable that I kept coming back. I stopped. Y'all, that if it wasn't for them making me feel comfortable, I wouldn't have never came back to the chop shop. You wouldn't be listening to it right now. See, to know a man, you got to look at the history. And I'm just giving you some history. That brother right there. I'm serious. He had a team of people. I just love showing up. We went to they allowed us to go remotely to games like Jimmy and them, the um the hoops giving and the McDonald invitation. We had remote broadcasts from there. From it started right there. And I'll never forget you, Mars. I'll never forget that team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I know every empire, everything happened in the beginning. There's a beginning to everything. It's a beginning to everything. Thank y'all. Thank everybody in that building for just making me feel welcome. All right? Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's go. What's up, Alpha Yo? Alpha Yo, y'all not in school. I know y'all not in school, but boy, your kids gonna miss some of this. But make sure you tape today and tomorrow, and make sure you give it to these kids. Splice some stuff out and give it to them. Yesterday, y'all, um, on the line, um, yesterday on the show, Robert Young, I'm sitting there minding my business, right? Getting ready for my alma mater, my favorite school in the whole wide world, to come on TV. And y'all watch this. Y'all, so I need your brilliant minds. Y'all watch this. So that is Moody commented. Let me see, is he there yet? That is Moody commented about Memphis playing, Memphis doing this, Memphis, you know. So we had a comment from somebody talking about some about Memphis and their basketball IQ and their something else. It was something else. It was basketball IQ. That is, I didn't go back and get it, but I saw basketball IQ. Okay. It when they played against San Francisco. Okay. Paint a picture now. Played against San Francisco, beat San Francisco, but somebody had to go the negative way and says, well, if they play like that against UConn, they gonna get blown out. I said, okay, okay, okay. I said, so I look, see me, I'm a guy that brings up facts. I looked at UConn's game before they played Memphis, and they had 18 turnovers. And I said, if UConn play like that, they gonna get their ass blowed out. You got me? That's that's how the conversation went. So, but he mentioned basketball IQ of the Memphis players. I let it go. I could have went deeper, but I let it go. And then some people say, you can't say nothing about Memphis. You know you can't say. No, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you why. And I told this guy last night on the phone. I said, the way you feel about your son, that's the way I feel about the coach of Memphis. He lived in my house. I've been in his house. We've been. That's the way I feel. So it ain't about the Memphis school. It's about the man at the helm. Let me get y'all to understand that right now. I feel about Anthony Penny Hardaway the same way you feel about your son. He didn't have a dad growing up. He met a guy like me when he was young, and we've been together ever since. So understand that when you say your slick ass remarks, you got me? Understand that it is personal. Just like somebody talking about your son can't do this and your son, you know how you feel? I feel the same way. You got your right to your opinion. I ain't mad at you, but you be willing to, when you mention it around me, I'm going to say something about it. You got me? Is that fair? Jay Jackson. Jay Jackson. Somebody come on here talking about your son. First of all, I ain't going to allow it. Number one. Number one. But I don't like when you mention a black coach and you know the scrutiny that he under, you go mention low basketball IQ. So I asked, so last night, Memphis was beating the brakes off of UConn. My phone didn't ring. When UConn closed the gap and tied the game, that same guy who made the comment yesterday, guess what he did? Guess what he did? He called me. Not through the whole game. At the end, when UConn caught up and said, see, I told you, That's what I'm talking. So I asked him a question. I asked him a question. Show me the bad basketball IQ part of it. And guess what he came up with, ladies and gentlemen? I wish I had the play at the end of the game. I didn't put it up. Golly, I wish I can look for it right now. Um, Let me just see, can I find it right quick? And he said, y'all, wait a minute. At the end of the game, when they put the press on Memphis, PJ Haggerty, their point guard, out of the game, and they got a 10-second call. And he called that uh bad basketball IQ. I said, that's just in the heat of the moment pressure. That happens to NBA teams, that happen to pros, that happen to everybody. That didn't have nothing to do with basketball IQ. So you tell me a guy can make 10 great plays and make one bad play, and you call that he got bad basketball IQ? Y'all got to hear me now. See, my thing is, y'all be thinking I can get mad. Y'all, I'm just loud. Y'all on this show when I'm talking, when I get off this show, man, I go into a whole nother world. Listen to me. It ain't. Don't think you get on my nerve. I've been doing this too long. Morris will tell you. Morris saw this guy come in. When I used to be on the show, I used to sit up there and didn't say nothing. I let Chris and Jimmy talk. Because what I was doing, I was sitting learning. I wasn't opening and running my damn mouth and putting my comments on there unless I knew what the hell I was talking about. That is Moody. The man didn't call me the whole game. But when UConn caught up, then he wanted to call me to reinforce that ignorant ass stuff that he said earlier. Yeah, I call it ignorant because you just don't know. I don't care who he is. I don't care where he played at. I don't care who he coaching, whatever. Calling a play when people pressing. So what I did, I said, well, UConn been turning this ball over the whole game. That's why Memphis got this lead. That mean they got basketball IQ. I ain't see you mention that about Dan Hurley. See, us black folk, y'all, I'm going to defend a black coach no matter what. But in this case, I don't have to defend it. I had facts on my side. Memphis wind up beating the #2 team in the country. Penny Hardaway had a master coaching masterclass. They say he couldn't coach. How in the hell, Morris Parson, a guy who done won 20 straight games in six years, in his first 6 years, he got 20 straight games. Krzyzewski didn't do that. What's the boy name? At Villanova, y'all think Jay Wright, Calipari, none of them guys did that in their first 6 years. But he can't coach. The first thing you say about a black coach, he can't coach. That's the narrative they paint out there. We don't need you black ass people painting the same narrative. Then he, then we get to talking. I said, well, I just said, look here, player. Let me explain this right now. Let's get this out the way. The way you feel about your son, that's the way I feel about that coach. And when you talk about his team, you're talking about him. Because ain't nobody going to talk about the player. Then he going to talk about, well, the players make the mistakes. When you say basketball IQ, don't coaches supposed to teach that? So you're talking about the coaches. Don't play no games with me. Dude, I know how to do this. You can't be on the phone and talk. Yeah, y'all, these people think they can just say anything to people. And You just can't say, I'm going to question it. Some people say, well, why are you questioning everything? Why don't you question everything? Penny Hardaway, coaching masterclass. That's what. How many people tweeted that? How many of y'all said that? How many of y'all said that? How many times? This dude, I bet he got off the phone with me, still mad at me. Man, that Negro got lucky. Because we are so conditioned. James Baldwin said it great. I'm going to put it up on the screen a little bit later. James Baldwin said it great. We're so conditioned for so many years that think that other stuff, that whiteness is better. Jerry Harris. You got a damn fool coach on the other team acting a fool the whole game. In the first minute of the game, he hollering and cussing everybody out on the floor. See, y'all, Robert Hatter don't want to meet him, don't want to be around him, don't want to ever be around him. Dan Hurley, I don't care. I'm not a groupie. I don't care how many championships he's around. From the stuff that he displays, it's asshole behavior. Watch this. This is what he did, classless. While the young man on the other side is class personified, Penny Hardaway. Y'all still bragging about this crazy ass coach. Let me give you some of the things he did. And some about this B word that all of these guys want to throw it. What's his name? Fred VanVleet throwing out the B word to the refs. And now this guy calling the refs the B word. What is wrong with these guys? Because they know these refs can't pop one of them's ass in the mouth. But when he do ignorant stuff like this, let me show you what people tweet about him. Let me show you what they said about him. Let me see. This. He's the perfect villain this sport needed. A masterclass performance by Dan Hurley today. Did y'all see that? This how they write about each other. I told y'all it's two structures out here in this world. It's a social structure, how they see us, and a governance structure, how we see each other. Our problem is we see each other as villains. They sitting here saying, this guy here saying, this man, this sport he is celebrating that foolishness I just showed you. Hold up, I got more. This him at, hold up, this is the game last night again. Watch this. Took that. If he do that in public, can you imagine, Frank Wright, what happens in private? I know his practices are closed. Share the show, y'all, because I know this real. Ain't nobody gonna give it to you. Stephen A. Smith ain't gonna give you. Shannon ain't gonna give you. Turn it off of that mess. All these y'all need to tell your people to get over here. Then he go in the press conference afterwards. Watch this.
But I had a lot of issues with what went on out there in the game. That over the back call at that point of the game, there was no attempt to block out. There was a player on Memphis that made a half-ass effort to rebound that basketball, and Liam McNeely high-pointed that rebound. For that call to be made at that point of the game was a complete joke. All right.
First of all, y'all,
that
leave other players' name out your mouth, dude.
that made a half-ass effort to
Watch
attempt
this.
to block out the back call at that point of the game. There was no attempt to block out. There was a player on Memphis that made a half-ass effort to rebound that basketball.
You shouldn't even mention the other team's players, dude. Big Coach was at the game. He said he called a ref retarded.
And Liam McNeely high-pointed that rebound for that call to be made.
I don't even, y'all, the rest of the presser was so worse. I just wanted to hear y'all, what the hell are you doing mentioning other than that player? A half-ass effort. Did anybody get that? Did anybody get that? I'm gonna see that anybody get that. This dude said a half-ass effort. They beat your ass. Can't stand this dude. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. Now, this how he does in practice.
Hey, Luke. Soft ass. Everybody stares. Give me the ball. Liam he got stripped and he just kind of walked to the end of the line. He's not won a game here. Stop daydreaming that. Into this space. This pin has got, get the over here, Taris. What are you staring at? Alex, we're walking around. 3 dribbles. Play for left. Come on, Kamani. What the man? Jesus Christ. I just said it. 4s! Whoa! Stop celebrating. It's over.
And y'all send y'all kids to schools and play for guys like that. You know what it remind me of? Know what it reminds me of? Watch this. There's going to be some cursing on here, so hold the kids' ears.
Just haven't. I'm really disappointed in the
Of course,
fucking progress that we've made. God damn it! Fuck this show. Take this fucking show and forget it. Forget fucking basketball. Just haven't. I'm really disappointed.
Yo, that was his show. That pays him. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Pearl the same way. Them coaches, I wonder what they going through. At least they grown. Shout out to University of Memphis. Memphis is on the road. The city of Memphis. Ja Morant is back. Ja Morant, y'all, is just pure entertainment. And I know, I said, him and who did I say? Him and Zion, the 2 young players that I just would, if I had to pay, I'd pay to see. But this dude just got back. And this is what he do last night.
Shot clock down to 8. Avdia, repair, pass over his head. Pippen, drop off. Morant. Oh! Holy cow! Welcome back, 12!
Just take this in. How quickly he got up to put it down.
And you were right, Walter Yates. I didn't mean to leave Coach K out. I got a lot of them I can call out. He just didn't. I ain't leave him out. Shit, I got way more than him. Uh, they talk crazy to these kids, but this John Morant, man. I know I sit there one day and I know y'all thought I was. Y'all got to realize, like I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. I'm not the only one to think John Morant is this good. When I went to Utah for the All-Star game, and I went to the job, I can't stand hats, but somebody gave this to me, and I told him I was going to wear it on the show today. John Morant, when I saw, this is what I saw. That y'all didn't see. And I explained it on this show, and I'm going to explain it again. The other day, I was talking about face of the league and the 4 pillars that you got to have. What I said, cultural. You got to take over the culture. You got to be entertaining. You got to be you got to have the business savvy. You got to have there's one more. But John Morant, Nike rolled out this campaign. Look up Nike's John Morant campaign at the All-Star game. How when you walk in the building, it's like you're at the North Pole because it's cold in Utah. Like ice, ice stuff all over the place. Even a counter was ice. The conveyor belt. Your shoe will come up a conveyor belt and come down to you when you open the shoe. It was a pop-up. It was unbelievable. But he had Nike, the NBA, USA Basketball, and I think his Powerade ain't gave nobody no deal in 100 years. You had this perfect storm of people. This man was ready. He was at the launch pad to take off. And they aborted that flight like they do at NASA. You know how they scrub the flight? Y'all, Ant-Man is good, but he ain't got Nike behind him. I'm just telling y'all. This dude had the perfect storm. They took Kyrie Irving's shoe and what they were doing for him and gave it to Ja. Kyrie Irving was their dude. Kyrie Irving was the reason they didn't sign Steph. I told somebody that story, they still didn't understand how Nike blew it on Steph. What's up there, Mr. Dixon? Mr. Dixon, I'm just telling people about this dude, this little young man. Now, let me tell you something. Ja got a lot of problems. Y'all, don't get it twisted. Got a lot of. Hold up. Watch this. Hold up now. Culture. I'm trying to find something for y'all. My stuff ain't acting right. It ain't acting right. It ain't. Oh, maybe if I do it here. Hold up. Okay, it didn't act right. But when I look at this John Morant dude, man, he was headed. He had the perfect storm. And I hate it didn't happen for him. And I don't know if he can ever recover it like that, but he was one. That's what we're looking for. But you know what though? And I'm convinced, and y'all help me out here a little bit. I'm convinced that they get in the boardroom at Under Armour, and it seemed like they asked, how can we make sure no one ever wants to wear our shoes? Have y'all seen the shoes that they got De'Aaron Fox wearing? Somebody go look it up. Somebody go look it up. Somebody go look it up. I'm convinced that they get in this boardroom. Listen, y'all, I'm serious. At Honor Armor, they ask, how can we make sure that nobody want to wear these shoes? Somebody pull up their shoe. Y'all go look at it so you don't know. I just, I was asking, is it just me? What the hell are they doing? Then I saw something that happened yesterday. And I think the honeymoon is officially over. I mean, you can like it. I'm convinced. I wonder how many people gonna buy the foxtail. I want to see how many people I see in them. Yeah, y'all gonna be in Houston at them holiday events. Tell me how many of them foxtails you see in there, and let me know. But this honeymoon is officially over, y'all. I saw something. The Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith. Shannon got right in his ass again. Got in him. Just like them girls got into him, and he got a little sensitive. I would play it, but I don't want to. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But I just want y'all to go and see it, and then tomorrow we'll talk about it. But I think the honeymoon is officially over. Cause I watched him. I saw how he did them girls. Was on the show. How he treat them. Uh, uh, he definitely don't want my girl Monica McNutt back on there again. But probably their basketball shoes. I did. Big coach, big coach, big coach. TSU is sponsored by them. I get all of their gear. I wear all of their shoes. I wouldn't buy near one of them. You talking about comfortable. I said they in a boardroom and they saying, how can we make sure everybody that no one ever want to wear this shoe? And he come talking about rob their basketball shoes. Not all of them. I can show you. I'm not going to do them like that. I can show you a pair right now that's not comfortable. Oh, yeah. I love it. I love it. But y'all, let me tell y'all something. I had a feel-good moment yesterday. This young man right here, coach of Kennesaw State. They beat Rutgers with the two top 5 draft picks on the team. This school down outside in the suburbs of Georgia, Atlanta, or Kennesaw State. But watch this coach. Watch this coach.
How about those owls? How about those owls, man? First off, glory to God. God is good. God is real. Can't do anything without Him. That was an amazing atmosphere, amazing game. I say it all the time, man. We got champions in that locker room. Those dudes are first-class people, man, and they building this thing the right way. I can go down the line. Adversity hit us in the second half. They never wavered. And we talked about leading up to this game, unwavering faith, unwavering belief. belief in each other, belief in the game plan. And those guys exhibited that all day today, man. Amazing win for this beautiful place we call Kennesaw State University, man. It is a sleeping giant. But I enjoyed it. I told them, you work so hard that you deserve success. Go out there and play with confidence. It's payday now. You make deposit. Now it's time to go out there and get paid. Now you see our dudes, man. We're young, but we fight, and we fight for each other. You know what I mean? Every time we out there, we want to talk about how love wins. Mirrors deal. Love wins. And so we want to show the country, show the community the love we have for each other every time we step on the court, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to coach those dudes in that locker room, man. I got a great group of young men, and I got the test. I got to get them better every time, every single day, because they hungry. They hungry for success. And so we just got to water that. We got to mentor them. We got to make sure that we watering them dudes and empowering those guys in there, man. But I love that group. Amazing win, an amazing atmosphere for Kennesaw State. The Convocation Center was rocking today, man. That's what it's about. And last thing, before
I can't give you the whole thing. I want you to go. That's Antoine Petaway, the coach at Kennesaw State. Go listen to that whole thing. That's the kind of coach I want my son playing for. I call the people. He respects every one of them young men that walk in the building, in his building. But this is the kind of stuff that y'all want y'all son to go be around.
But I had a lot of issues with what went on out there in the game. That over the back call at that point of the game, there was no attempt to block out. There was a player on Memphis that made a half-ass effort to rebound that basketball.
Do you see? And I know it's a loss and a win. Do you see the difference in contrast? And what I did, I went and watched the young man in his losses. He got the same class personified. Y'all, we have got to stop celebrating this foolishness. We has got to stop us. And I want to ask you, educators out there, are you familiar? Because I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Are anybody familiar with the Black Male Educators Conference? They had it on the East Coast. Is anybody familiar with it? If you're an educator, especially if you're a Black educator and you don't know about it, then I pray for you. But I sit there and I watched, thinking about Memphis, thinking about Penny, um, and have to explain to people sometimes, because some people don't know. I have a relationship with the man. I knew him since he was 15, 16 years old. He didn't have a father. His grandmother was raising him. So if I ever come across y'all, you can't say nothing about him without me saying that. That's true. First of all, I don't let nobody talk about Paul Miranda. And he ain't never been with and experienced the thing him and I ain't gonna let nobody talk about Gary Carter. I'm not gonna let nobody come on here and talk about Anson Fowler. I'm not gonna let nobody come on here and talk about King Stick. And he talk about everybody. I'm not gonna let nobody come out and talk about Big Coach, Brian Boatwright, Jameson Morrow. That's just not how I'm built. I don't like the way this guy Hurley coaches. Yes, and I'm gonna talk about it. And yes, I don't like him. I wouldn't want to, what I was thinking about the other day? I was thinking about this young kid, uh, and it's not everybody, but this kid, Jaden Ivey. I never said this. Y'all, this is probably the first time I ever said. That's the kind of young kid that I would like to go be around. Go have lunch with. Go eat dinner with. Jaden Ivey. Yes. Nobody else in the NBA. Something about that young man. He's consistent. consistent. But I'd love to sit down and just talk to that young man and his mother, all three of us together. I might be able to make that happen. But Jameson Morrow said, what's good, everybody? Don't know if you guys have touched on it, but Penny Hardaway and his Memphis basketball team, what a game. Great team, great game, Jameson. Jameson, I can't say enough about this team, man, and what happened last night. See, October 31st, Jeff Goodman put Penny Hardaway, head coach Penny Hardaway, on the front of his hot seat list. A coach, listen, Jameson, who has first 6 years of his career, 20 games or more. None of these other coaches had it. A lot of coaches ain't had that. But he can't coach. And he on the hot seat list, the cover on the front. Fast forward to November the 25th. Memphis is 5-0 with wins over UConn, San Francisco, the neutral site, Missouri, Ohio, and UNLV. Penny called this the biggest win of his career. Seth Davis last night. The folks who assign refs to games, including the NCAA tournament, have made it clear that sportsmanship is a point of emphasis, especially for the coaches. So Dan Hurley's antics yesterday, during and after the game, is going to catch everyone's attention, and it won't be UConn's benefit. He said, I'm just saying. Man, the man acted a damn fool. In the first minute of the game, he was acting a fool. Given the criticism, ladies and gentlemen, that this young man has faced, all he did was try to make his city better, make his city proud. Like Galen Robinson for the city. But we got groups and factions in the city that has their own agenda because they can't tell Penny what to do because he's been influenced by some very, very smart men in his life. Hello? A lot of them people down there in Memphis that's up in the stands behind him been backstabbing him. Some of them people on them pictures back there. Some people that ride on the planes with him. So y'all know if I will do that for you and your sons, Paul Miranda, what I'm going to do for my own people. Given the criticism that he's faced and that he only returned one player, let's talk about this, Jay Billis. Think about this. Y'all think about this. Because I kept getting the whispers and John Urich calling me and go, yeah, no, all of that. Given the criticism he faced, y'all just listen to this. Y'all listen to this. See, be biased. You don't have to worry about me. Yeah, I'm biased. That's my dude. But I'm finna give you some facts. I'm not giving you my opinion, but consider the criticism he faced, right? And that he only returned one player from last year. And that he fired multiple staff members just before the season started. Because y'all came on here and talked crazy about that. Some people were trying to know because they don't know I didn't play that shit. But I know secretly about the stuff they say. They've been talking about it. Who fires their staff before the season? He saw something that was effed up and he got the hell rid of it. So you supposed to keep some poison. You supposed to keep some spoiled milk in your damn refrigerator so your kids can drink it. You got to be at your mind. You want to keep, you want to have your kids eating spoiled food. You got to get it out. And two of the guys he fired, their son's still on the team. So it couldn't have been that damn bad. But they ain't gonna say this on the news. And y'all, that ain't gonna be clickbait. And y'all and neither one of y'all gonna tweet that and say that. Rick Stansberry and Phillips, their sons, the two guys he fired, their sons still on the team. But I ain't seen that tweeted by none of one. Are y'all talking about that in y'all circles? Fired multiple staff members just before the season started, and that he watched a player who they spent a lot of money on, and he quit opening day. A player he spent a lot of money on quit before opening day. I ain't gonna play until I get the rest of my money. Two of them, not one, two of them. Two of them. It ain't about you having no dog in the fight, Paul Miranda. You don't even have to qualify it like that. Just tell the truth. See, when people I'd be leery of people. I ain't got no dog in the fight. We know you ain't got no damn dog in the fight. Just say your truth. Your truth. Did y'all hear what I said? Did I give that to y'all plain? Y'all, he had a player that they spent a lot of money on NIL. They gave him a lot of money in June. Before opening day, I want the rest of my money. They done gave him, and he quit and went over there to Jerome Tang now. Take your ass on. Yes, and the dude talking about Memphis ain't gave us nothing. Watch this. Watch this. They got a man who all of this didn't happen to. 20 winning games in a row. 20 winning seasons in a row. I mean, 20-game seasons in a row. And he is possibly coaching for his career. Then he go win over the back champs in Maui to move to 5-0. Of course, it's a big win for him. And the context matters. I had to give you that context. In a perfect world, this could be viewed as a possible turning point. And what I'm pissed off about, because I watch these things, because being in this media now, you got to watch this kind of stuff, Kerry Carter. It took 10 minutes. But ESPN finally got around to praising Memphis in the postgame show. Did y'all hear me? They was talking about Hurley and the UConn. Not the team that won. It's kind of weird that the team that won got 30 seconds of talk and the losing team was discussed for 10 minutes. Now, I hope you see why I center us. They center them. Center mean focus, center. I'm the center. I'm gonna center Kevin Friedman. I'm gonna center Garrett Carter on this show. I'm centering everything I talk about is centered around us on this show. Not them. I might tell you what they're doing, but I'm centering us. And y'all don't understand that. And I'm consistently doing it over, 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 and over. Seth Greenberg, it's hard for him to say something. He still hates Penny for because Penny replaced Tubby Smith, like Penny. Backdoor Tubby Smith. If Penny had a backdoor Tubby Smith, I would have told you. Penny used to go and support the games and support the game and buy season tickets. What got Tubby Smith out there is 2,000 fans showing up in a 19,000 damn seat arena. That'll get anybody fired. That'll get Walter Yates fired. We got to center us, Paul. Y'all gonna see January 20th what I'm talking about. Why it's so important that we center us. Y'all ain't felt it fix yet. I just don't understand. But I do understand the press. This how they covered. This how one got covered. UConn didn't win today, but don't be fooled. This group is right there in March. New players take a little time to come together. This how they write about. This how they write about it. Coaches obsessed with winning, coaching talented players who are obsessed with winning would just be fine. Too much of that game has been discussed is talking about Hurley's technical foul. Okay. Happy holidays, Mr. Lindsay. I'm just talking about how the press cover different things and how they do this thing, Mr. Lindsay. People talking about the technical foul he got. Last night should have been about Memphis. Their second half shot making was ridiculous. And overtime as well. Haggerty and Hunter are legitimate players. They have length. They have athleticism. This team had length. They have athleticism. That's a really good team. And I can't help it. That's the team that I cheer for. I know a lot of y'all want them to lose because of me. I know there's some people out there want them to leave because that's the school, my school. I know it. I know I got 4 or 5 faces to be on this show. They want them to lose cause me. I too, they can only look good so far because guess what? That so far is all they've came. He said they look good so far. That's as good as they can look so far because that's all it is. Yo, nobody gave them a chance. And they talking about they came back. Don't y'all know Golden State came back? Though Golden State was up 18 to 20 points. Brooklyn Nets came back and beat them. Y'all know Iowa State was up 18 points. Auburn came back and beat them. Memphis was up 13, 14 points and won. What you talking about, Bobby Hurley? North Carolina came back from 21 down to beat Dayton. Yo, that's why they played 40 minutes. That's why I always try to correct y'all. Well, in the first half, they did good. Like Jimmy gonna try to correct me. I said 40-40 the first half. I'm good. We're even. But what did I tell him? Go look at the first 4 minutes of the second half. Y'all better listen to me. I've been watching this stuff too long. Some of these people, I don't know what the hell they've been doing. First 4 minutes of second half, Memphis got in that ass. That determined the end of the game. Those dudes had confidence. Unique situation, y'all, yesterday. I'm just so proud of those young men. I know what they're up against. I know what the coach is up against. Just people just hating on him because he's nice looking, tall, rich, and played in the NBA. You know what? We can't watch the referees. I never talk about the referees. I mess with them in the game, during the game. Chatterbox, I always talk about, I mess with them. You know what? You know why I don't mess with the referees? Because they blessed me when my son was in middle school. And the referees didn't show up. So they was going to be the fourth of the game. A parent from each team got the ref. Nobody stood up, and I had to ref the game. I never, ever, 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 ever want to be a referee again. I take my hats off to those guys, even the assholes, because we don't know which one is the asshole or not. I never talk about the referee. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I just don't talk about stuff that I can't do nothing about. You follow me? Ain't nothing I can do. I don't know what's in the side. I know I could never be a referee. I just can't. Ain't my cup of tea having y'all. Cause I just smacked the shit out of, excuse my language, I just smacked the hell out of Bobby Hurley, Danny Hurley, coming up in my face like he did that man. Y'all feeling me? What did Thad Moody do this time? Hey, Real, I smacked the piss out of him, Real. Gremlins. And I just sit back, y'all. You know, got a dilemma today. U of H and Alabama play today. Duke and Kansas play in the same an hour. You're right. Tough call. You got if you're in Vegas, you got to decide if you want to go see Cooper Flag and the Jayhawks, or you want to go see U of H and Alabama. Last time Duke played the number one ranked team in Las Vegas, the number one pick in that draft, Paulo Banchero, I think he dropped 20 points in the first half when they won. Had the pleasure of meeting several times before 19 when he started Penny. And okay. Thank you. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. And no, I ain't gonna go there. I get that tomorrow. Women Rock Wednesday gonna be off the chain tomorrow. Let me go to some grassroots basketball because there's some people. People text me last night. Gary, I hope you're still there. Because I know you were there. In Houston, there's a tournament going on. Some games going on. It's gonna be some games going on. I think it was yesterday, maybe today. Jimmy gonna have an event tomorrow. If y'all see my countenance over my face, y'all, this stuff is crazy. People called me last night. He said, Robert, they played a game where the refs had to stop calling traveling because these guys, high school basketball players, were traveling so damn much. People tweeting out, this guy had 20 last night, but they was playing in a game like that. This guy had 20 on 20 shots, but they tweeting out the guy had 20. It's happening last night in Houston, Texas. they use a word. They say it's weird. There's so much bad basketball. They got a big man, 6'11", 6'11". They make a switch. And you have a 5'6" guy come on over there and to help. And the 5'6" guy just put his hands up. And the big man teardropped the layup over a 5'6" kid instead of tearing the damn rim down on his little ass. The man said he's had more enjoyment watching 8-year-olds play. Is Jimmy event today or tomorrow? I don't. When is Jimmy's event? I thought it was Wednesday. Jimmy's event's tomorrow, I think. Um, I don't keep up with it. It's tomorrow, I think. On Wednesday. They also said if the refs had called everything in this game, it wouldn't have been a game. They said it was so much traveling with the ball, it was just unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, this season ain't the icebreaker. I mean the season opener. Everybody is 6 or 7 games in. And you got a team beating a team by 1,000, and you pitting these teams together. Why do y'all keep paying for this mess? I can see why y'all don't share this show. This show got excellence attached to it. Y'all like bullcrap. Y'all like mess. Why do you keep saying? You got guys out there hitting threes off the glass. Why are we celebrating mediocrity? Why some of these players playing high school basketball and don't do anything well? Y'all talk to me now. Don't sit over there and not say nothing to me. Look here, you might not be good, but your effort can't be bad. Play hard. If you don't know what you're doing, play hard. Don't not know what you're doing and then just be out there loafing and the man said he watched 3 games. He said, Robert Hatter, you would have walked out the first game, first few minutes. He know I do it all the time. I can't waste my time, y'all. My time is the only thing that I got. I can't get it back. If I'm at your son game and he playing terrible, I done spent my time there. I'm mad about my time. Then he was just talking about these coaches. Some of them just don't know how to coach. They know how to run plays. I'm just getting information. I wasn't there. There's people giving me information. Gary Carter, don't get quiet on me right now. You over there filming that bullshit. And I know, get your money. They don't know how to counter. If that play don't work, they don't know how to counter. So when in doubt, guess what everybody do? They run their little weave, the little dog. These people ain't gonna make it to the state tournament, man. What are you talking about? You talking about a damn state tournament? These people here ain't making it no damn state tournament. Did you hear me, Eric? When in doubt, what they do? They go to the weave, hoping one of the defenders sleep and they get a layup. We're doing a disservice to these young people out here, man. You guys putting on events, I ain't mad at y'all. Keep putting on your events. I can't stop you from putting on your events. But you see, I don't support you. I'm not supporting mediocrity. Shit, I'm turning down going to pro games. You think I'm going to come in there and watch that mess? We're doing these young people a disservice. Not teaching them how to play and just teaching them a play. See, me, coaches, if I had a kid that could jump out the gym, I'm not finna have him doing all that other intricate part that he ain't developed yet. We're gonna work on those things. But I'm gonna have some live plays for him. He already excels at that. Point guards. They say y'all out here shooting more threes than y'all got assists. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll go back and watch high school basketball a few years back because I watched a lot when my son was playing. Yo, them dudes play hard, man. Man, y'all should have seen the matchups against Madison and West Side. Robert going at it. Going at it. Had Madison mad at us. Because you got to understand, West Side was footstool. Should have saw him going against Sheldon. What's Mother Sheldon name? What's my name? I don't think his name. At Bel Air. Them was rivals. Them dudes used to go at it. Energy. Another thing I'm seeing. You run a set, you hit a three, right? If I was the point guard, I'm coming back to that same dude. I'm not finna go cock no three up. I let nobody else cock no three up. You know what I'm saying on the way back down? Man, we coming back to that. Let him shoot until he shoot out. If he keep hitting him, let keep feeding him. It's tough, man. It's tough. Dude don't realize, man, he just sapped all my energy out of me this morning, but he was just telling me. See, I went to 3 games, Rob. I don't even know why they even give a tournament like that. I don't know what we can do about it. These guys are making money. It's hard. They sell you dope. because they making money. They know it ain't good for you. They say all kind of stuff that they know ain't good for you, and they still sell it. Just don't, because they selling it don't mean you have to take it. I just don't understand this space. Playing in these tournaments. Y'all tell me, where's the value? I'm just asking a question, y'all. Don't get me. I'm just asking a question. Where is the value? Where are the rivalries? We in high school basketball now. This ain't even summer basketball. Where's the team that gets you ready? Where's the rivalries? We knew when we played Bel Air. We knew when we played Madison. Who else? We knew when we played Travis and the Twins. It was going to be a battle. We knew when we played against Elsie, it was going to be a battle because they was talking stuff. One boy, Elsie, got to run his mouth at school the day before the game, the day of the game. And it messed around and got back to my young fella. So I ain't gonna lie. He was playing like a man possessed. And he said after the game, he said, man, yeah, he was doing all that talking. Yeah, I heard he was doing all that talking. Yeah, yeah. That's the kind of stuff that gets you ready. These people don't even care about being district champs anymore. Gosh, I guess my mic ain't working. Pay all this money for this microphone, these cameras, and it ain't working because ain't nobody said nothing. Y'all got to realize when people call me and tell me, I'm sharing it. He just told me what was happening from what he see. You know, people get mad. Splice this out. People get mad. Talking about Kevin Freeman, I can't believe you ain't said nothing. Derek Anderson, you go to this mess. I can't believe you ain't said nothing. Eric Harris, I can't believe you ain't said nothing. Jameson Morrow, I can't believe you. Mike Lindsay, I can't believe you ain't said nothing. I too. Gary, y'all ain't said nothing. Walter Yates, you ain't said nothing. Trey Phillips, there's nothing for you to say. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. Y'all, I saw something. And it got to me. Got to me. Because I just don't think people understand. This division in grassroots basketball, when I say grassroots, that means high school and everything, in this city is, and it's the grown folks. I saw a kid who posted something. He went on a road trip, went play some games, and he posted all of his things he did. Game 1, game 3, game 1, game 2. He talked about his trip. And I see the people he, what y'all call this, tagged. I'm watching the tags. People told me to watch this. Y'all, I'm getting better at this stuff because I used to didn't. You tagging, bam, 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 bam. All these tags, all these tags, all these tags, all these tags, all these tags. It was one tag that was omitted. There's no way, young man. I don't care what now one of them grown folks tell y'all. I don't care what now one of them people tell y'all there. There's no way this tag should be admitted. I don't care if your coach, if your cousin don't like him, no matter. There's no way it should be admitted. The stuff that he's done for the history of this city, I ain't telling you got to agree with him, because I don't agree with him all the time. I'm talking about RCS Sports right now. But there's no way a young man in this city can tag Houston, all these people in Houston, and some people in Dallas, and you don't tag RCS Sports? So I ask. Well, certain people in his sphere of influence, they don't mess with Jimmy. This ain't got nothing to do with Jimmy, young man, parent. No matter what you say, and no matter what they tell you, it ain't all the time that people talking for you. It's what people can say against you that can hurt you. Don't do that. Don't do it. I don't care who told you to do it. Correct it. Don't be that foolish. He didn't forgot more relationships than any of these people on here have. All I'm saying, don't exclude those guys, but don't block your blessings. Do anybody understand what I'm saying? Pomerant. Should I put it plainer? Is anybody on the feed? Did anybody understand how important what I just said is? Thank you, Freeman. There's some people out here listening, they ain't saying nothing. They on the phone calling. But I just listen. Notice I ain't call no names, but Jimmy's. Don't do that, man. I'm talking to the young men. Don't be letting these people tell me, man, he ain't got that stroke no more. He ain't got. Don't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, he still got it. He might be moving it on other areas, but he's still able to help your kid. He's still able to make a phone call to help your kid. The way recruiting is now, you can't alienate nobody. You're not a 7-footer, son. You're a guard. Guards a dime a dozen. You can post all of these stats all you want to. Because the real coach gonna ask me, but Robert, how many of them was college baskets? All them old layups and snowbirds, That shit don't count. But I saw that. Nobody told me to say this. I don't know. Jimmy don't even know I'm talking about this. And it ain't about him. It's about the young man or the young people. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's real talk, man. I'm just trying. Share the show, text the show, text this, text tag, tell somebody. Somebody need to hear that. Can't do it, man. I thank God that I saw it and I looked at it. Can't do this, y'all. I'm waiting on somebody else other than Kevin Freitman to say something. I'm just waiting. See, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I even talk like this because we live in Houston. So what's going on in our community that we need to know about? What's going on that we can help with? That's what this show is about. I know some dudes don't watch the show. They watch the show, but they watch it incognito because these same people from some of these same factions, man, I ain't watching that. Ain't nobody did none of them. But what's going on that needs our attention? That's what I talk about on this show. What's going on politically? Because the media is not going to cover these things, y'all. We already know it. Because they're bound by clicks and algorithms and things like that. So we become the journalists as well. I'm doing a journalist story right here. Trey, I got to be a journalist as well. I go find this information and share it with y'all because ain't nobody going to talk about it. It's a lot to put on me. It's a lot to put on people, but we got to do this. I keep going back to the day. I never forget. All I did is put some information on the screen and let people talk about the information, and people got mad at me. Still ain't called and apologized yet. But these kind of dire moments, like Trump, all this, we're going to have to build a sense of community, man. Can't tell them people, man, don't. You should tell them, man, you tag all of these people. I ain't going to lie. Some of them people, see that? Thank you, mama. Thank you, mama. Ain't nowhere in the world you don't have Jimmy tagged to that list. We've done too much work trying to throw people out. Do y'all know we survived on this show, the COVID? We was broadcasting through COVID. We survived the insurrection and kept keeping on. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all do whatever you can to center yourself. Here on the Chop Shop, I try to build a community. I'm trying, because we built a family here. Kevin Freitman, one of our first family members. I'm looking at this guy. I don't know him. Maybe y'all know him. His name Ricky Goins. Dad Moody might know him. But he had a tweet. Grassroots basketball community. He said, to keep it 100, I never saw myself doing the AAU thing. I guess he was a coach. He said, people that knew have asked me, man, why are you doing it now? He said, my only answer is, if you've ever been recruited by Curtis Malone, it was a little different. Time to build with the Washington Warriors, people in the DC area. Maybe I need to repeat that again. Maybe I need to repeat that one more time. And Jimmy, you might know this guy. But hold on, let me fix this thing, man, because I don't know what be happening. Let me fix this thing. And then when I bring you in, because I want your name to be up there, right? Okay, there we go. There we go. But I was talking about a guy. Jimmy, you familiar with a guy named Ricky Goins? Goins. Ricky Goins from Curtis Malone era up there. Maybe Curtis Malone, long time ago, recruited this guy.
Up there in DC.
You
Who?
know him? You know of him?
I don't. I heard the name, and I don't know. I don't know him, but I heard the name before.
Let me show you
DC,
something. He had a
DC
tweet.
Assault. DC Assault guy.
Okay, this is his tweet. And maybe you can help me with what he meant. He said, to keep it 100, I never saw myself doing AAU, the AAU thing. He said, people that know me have asked me, man, what are you doing this now? He said his only answer is, Jimmy, if you ever been recruited by Curtis Malone, it was just different. He said it's time to build the Washington Warriors. That was powerful, Jimmy. See, I don't know what it was like. I know Curtis Malone has brought kids in at his family. They said he was that dude. You even told me about him. I didn't know nothing about him. So that's a hell of a tweet. That's a hell of a tweet.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. No matter what he's giving, finding a way to try to give back and pour back into his community. So, and then of course you learn from the mistakes of others and yourself, and you try to improve on it and get it and do it better. And that's what we see as a whole army of guys that are coaching and volunteering in the youth sports that came through those same ranks years past. It's not a bad thing. It's just that just like in college sports has changed because the NIL has changed everything. It really has. Well, in grassroots basketball has changed as well. The whole fabric of this amateur sports has been revolutionized in a sense. And a lot of people, it has driven a lot of people to out of it. It has driven a lot of people to say to hell with it, because some of the hurdles that you have to go through to get a lot of these people, the recruitment efforts is different because now the response is a lot of more kids are actually coming, opening their mouths and basically saying what their price tag is. That was different before. That was different. Kids, that was very rare that a kid will open their mouth and tell you this how much it's gonna cost for me to play with you. Now, that would in the past, that would often and sometimes in few special cases, that would be a grown-up that probably would say that, but not the kid himself. These kids now, it's like, man, I ain't doing that free. That's what it's gonna cost. Coach recruiting the kid, coach. That's all you got in the collective. Oh man, you got to go back and talk to your boss, coach. That ain't gonna get it. Talking to the coaches like they are equal homeboys. Like
Coach,
they on the corner.
help me out with the kid. What his name? Tyreek something. Got to Memphis in
Oh,
June.
talking about
They
oh, you
gave him
talking
the
about
bag.
Tyreek Smith?
Yeah, gave him his bag. Gave him some of his bag. A lot of it, from what I heard, a whole lot. And come time to play, Jimmy, he told me I ain't gonna play until you give me some more. Penny must told him. I don't know what he told him because I ain't talked to him about it. So don't put it on me. He wind up not ever playing. So he got money in June and never played. But I'm talking about that because I got an expose on not that, but this NIL stuff. I'm gonna talk about it in the coming weeks. I got some interesting stuff that I'm coming across. It's just unbelievable. But it's just weird. And now he over there with Jerome Tang, them right? And Jimmy, then I looked at the game. Jerome them Tang play. I ain't seeing him playing over there either.
Oh, so Tyreek done left?
Yes, he left.
I know he was saying he was going to leave. I thought
Jimmy,
he
he
couldn't leave.
left. Jimmy,
But
he
that was
can't.
the school. But didn't school had already started?
Yes, but he never
So,
played a game. He never played in a game.
but the grades don't this ain't high school. Your grades don't transfer over like that in the middle of the semester, yo.
Jimmy, he ain't played a game. Jimmy,
I understand what you're saying.
Jimmy, I don't know what happened. All I'm telling him, he gone. He
Oh, that's right. He a fifth year, so them grades
yeah,
don't
yeah,
even
yeah,
matter.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
don't even matter. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, what are we talking
Jimmy
about?
might be a 6-year because they say it been about 12 schools.
He played for the Houston Hoops a few years back.
Oh, he did. So he got Houston ties. Where he from?
Dallas.
He ran off on the plug twice. Hey, Jimmy, I have a question. How does kids that have offers last year are unsigned seniors now? Was the offers that they had not legit?
I like the question. Ain't no such thing as a dumb question when it comes to recruiting guys. So this is a perfect day. This is actually Baby Friday for me myself because I'm gonna try my best to try to give you guys an update from the Hoops Giving Classic tomorrow. But other than that, I like the question. Here's the deal. On these offers, the pure offers, the committable offers, all of them have an expiration date. Think of it like a coupon when you get an offer. Some offers, it can be that day. If you don't commit by the time your plane land back home or Monday morning, that offer may expire. But the only trick is hardly ever have I heard a college coach basically telling the kid you have an offer and it expires on December 31st. You have an offer and it expires on October the 14th. They don't tell you when it expires. So that's the scary part about it. But all of them have an expiration date. A mythical, I mean, it's seriously. So people get an offer in the 9th grade and they think that offer is still there in the 12th grade. That's why I'm so hard on the people that pose a lot of the neutral influence on these kids. You guys got to do a better job at being truthful to these kids. You guys got to let them know. See, the fact that the NIL, that's one thing I do like about it, Hannah, is that it is emboldened, empowered these kids. I say the word kids. They're empowered now to the fact that they think, and in some cases, they're making more money than their parents, than their workout guys. And then now they're sharing ideas and thoughts with their peers of similar status. So they're empowered and emboldened, amen, and they'll know how to go get milk out of another titty on the cow. It's scary because you created Frankenstein. But you guys got to be able, these kids now, you can tell them the truth. Stop telling them so many lies like this offers. You don't, and what happened is, tell me this. Any of you guys that got a kid a fake offer? I'm really curious, Alan. Can you share with us how did it work out at the end? The ones you got a fake offer for at one point in time, you went and got a little Johnny a fake ass offer. At
Why
the end
don't
of
you
the
ask
day,
some of the people you know out there? You know a lot of them that give people fake offers.
I'm asking the congregation, how did it work out in the end? Because in most cases, it don't supersede itself. In most cases, that fake offer is the highest offer that kid ever thought he had. And end up going somewhere and settling for something that's a lower. That fake offer is that favor. And all you're doing is, you notice a lot of these college coaches that y'all ask you to text message all the time, they will text you back immediately. Don't you know that response time is gapping wider now? And dudes ain't got time to F with you like they used to. Because they know you done already gave them some bad dope. You done wasted their time. Their boss done fussed at them and cussed at them. I know guys, Alan, that's from Houston, that's college Division I coaches right now, and they can't even recruit Houston no more.
Their bosses won't let them?
Boss won't let them. Won't let them recruit Houston no more. Fuck, that's messed up. That's the time we in. That's how frustrated so many people is, because you guys are wasting so many time. You don't have to waste these guys' times, man. If just like the NIL, when I said the kid asking, telling you their price, why don't you guys just straight up and ask a coach, are you going to subscribe to my scouting service? And the coach going to tell you, hey, man, we ain't got it in the budget. Or, yeah, I'm going to go in my pocket and give it to you. Or he going to lie to you and say, yeah. But you got to ask that. If that's what you were looking for, then you're gonna get disappointed. You young bucks out there, you get disappointed when the check don't come, and then you realize dude to subscribe to somebody else. Tell them what you want. This is a full-fledged cabaret right now. Grassroots basketball, a full-fledged cabaret. Alan, what's a cabaret? You know the cabaret. Some of the people might not. Might have some.
No, you said cabaret. You tell us what your meaning for cabaret is. Just an assortment of everything.
Yes. You can get everything.
Now,
okay,
you said a smorgasbord. That's a smorgasbord.
That's a smorgasbord is a feast. A smorgasbord is a feast of everything. Well, I dumb it down for you guys. This grassroots basketball has turned into somewhat of a strip club.
Oh, you talking about exotic cabaret.
A freak off. There are people doing a literal freak off.
It ain't that bad.
Remember the Chop Shop first started? We were on the radio on the AM dial.
Morris was on here today too.
He was?
Yeah, he was on here.
Morris Parsons, shout out to Morris. He was the GM and the CEO of the radio station back then on AM dial. I think it was 1560 AM. I think that was the dial.
KYND.
And KYND. Yes, that sure was it. And some great times, great moments. But we coined the phrase on the Chop Shop that made people that didn't really listen to AM radio, they listened to more AM radio than they ever listened to in their life during the 12 and was we 1 hour in or was 2 hours in?
I don't remember.
No, it was 2 hours because Chris Walker coined the phrase the best 120 minutes.
Right.
It was 2 hours. But we was on Fridays back then.
Yeah.
That was the thing. We was 5 freaking days a week. I'm glad we went to FM, we got that free Friday back. But my point is this. That phrase was Cookie Monsters. We coined that phrase, and boy, people got to giggling and laughing. And man, y'all got to watch this show. What is a Cookie Monster? And people got educated to actually what was going on. Like, everybody don't know what's going on in the room. You could be in the room, looking but not paying attention. And a lot of stuff goes on in plain sight. You could be at the hotel after the game on the road and not realizing that those two people sitting at the bar ain't just two parents. They got some stuff. They sit at the bar. Every time y'all go out of town, they sitting at the bar. They go and eat together. And you don't realize that. Now your eyes are open. The Cookie Monster. That's a part of this basketball recruitment efforts. I know Division I college coaches that done Cookie Monster some of them mamas out there. I know them. And y'all Division I coaches that's watching that knowing me, y'all laughing because y'all know I know them. So as long as I know them.
So what they knocking the mamas off? They've been knocking off the mamas. What's the difference?
But that's the whole thing. I understand that. That's what we just talking about. It's been a part of it. It's been happening. Right. But now NIL is in the fact. So now the mama gonna say it's gonna cost you to get some of this cookie.
Oh, the rabbit got the gun now.
Exactly. That's what they're empowered now.
Oh,
if that's the mammy of a kid that is that good, that's recruitable.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Howard, that little boy from Washington Redskins, that quarterback, what if he played basketball and his mammy can't walk to the gym?
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Okay, so but if he was that good, and translate over to the basketball. Let's say we ain't got to play basketball. I know it goes on in 707. So if he plays 707 right now in the state of Texas, one of them dudes gonna try that man. One of them monsters gonna try to eat that cookie. And get what she gonna do then? She gonna say, "Hold on, partner. I see you shot, but look here, I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's gonna cost you to get some of this.
I don't even take coupons for this cookie.
No, sir. Put that deal on the table and let that bank deposit, Jimmy, when that direct deposit hit, then I might give you some.
Y'all understand what I'm talking about?
But Jimmy, forget all that, Jimmy. How about them Tigers? What you said? It's only halftime, Robert. It's only halftime. Jim, did you see the first 4 minutes of the second half?
No, I didn't watch. I had to go run it and get all the stuff together for this thing.
Remember I told you, the first 4 minutes of the second half determine who's going to win that game? Yeah. Memphis put that stamp on.
I know. But Howard, I know one thing. Mm-hmm. You were up 13 with less than 4 minutes to go.
Don't matter. Hold up. Stephon Curry and them was up 21 last night and lost.
We ain't talking about we're not comparing college to the NBA.
Okay. North Carolina was down 20-something and won. Hold on. I got some more for you. I'm glad you said that. I have my Iowa State was up 18 on Auburn and lost.
No.
Yes.
Keep going. Come on. Cause I'm gonna let you.
No. So explain to me. You don't understand the ebbs and flow of a game of a basketball. A top team like that gonna have his runs too. But we withheld the one and won the game. So I don't care about no lose. Everybody lose leads. And you talking about NBA. NBA players shouldn't lead no damn league. They getting paid to do it. But I'm sitting there laughing because I sure want to hear your explanation for this one.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Every one of them stats you just gave me, well, none of those leads squandered in the last 4 minutes of the game.
It don't matter.
That's what I want.
You was 21 points down, and you go back and beat Dayton? Auburn should have never been in the game. Auburn should have never been in the game. Iowa State was whooping them. I watched the game. See, you looking at stats. I watched the games. Always remember with the people being able to hit the 3-point shot, ain't no lead safe. 13 points ain't no damn lead. 21 is a lead. But they won the game. So hold up. People like you. Well, how they lose the league. Not one damn time have you said, man, that's a good win of the number 2 team in the country. Cynics like you. Well, they had a 13. I ain't watched the game, but they had. I ain't watched the game. Don't know what the hell happened in the game.
I know you squandered a 13-point lead with 4 minutes ago. I mean, you had the game. It was yours to win.
It ain't nobody's game until the clock tick off. That's what you don't understand.
Yeah,
Because you never played this game. When you play, Jimmy, ask anybody who called me last night. Everybody who called me, guess what I said? The game is not over. People calling me happy. I said the game is not over. And I watched it. I know how basketball is, man. I know that team. That's the number 2. That team had a run, Jimmy.
If you up 13, just like when you watch sometimes you watch the NBA, NFL games, and the team scores. If you're online or go to one of the ESPN or something, it'll tell you like the win probability. Those logarithms telling you what the odds are for them winning. If you're up 13 with under 4 to go.
So what are you saying, Jimmy? What are you saying?
The win probability is definitely has to be.
What are you saying? They won the game. Tell me the point you're trying to make.
It went overtime.
What
the win
points
probability
you trying to make?
That they didn't close that thing out in regulation like they were expected to. They had that ball game well in hand. And then something was allowed to happen repeatedly.
But guys like you, you didn't think they would be in the game anyway.
What do you mean? We just talked about this 24 hours ago.
No,
you must have what I said.
Memphis was gonna be in the game. Hell no.
What? Wait a minute.
No.
Did you not hear me 24 hours ago on the Chop Shop yesterday when I'm the one that said that this is a good win for Memphis, who was undefeated at 4-0. I said Jimmy, this win would be a good win for them. Hold on. You didn't hear me say that yesterday? You didn't hear me.
Jimmy, I think ain't saying nothing.
What do you mean?
It would be a good win for Memphis. Of course, everybody know that. But you didn't say Memphis can win this game, not one time. Memphis should win this game, not one time. No, that didn't come out your mouth. I'm not gonna let you lie.
I also didn't say UConn fits to win this game. So that was the thing.
What was the probability?
What was
the probability for UConn to win the game?
They were the favorite, but obviously by them being number 2 in the country, and they were definitely the favorite with a heavy money line.
Dude, you're not good. You're not good
on that.
It's not
so
good.
That's the thing on that. You saying I didn't come on in and say that. I just talked about this game on yesterday. Just talked about
you did not say Memphis going to win this game. Hell no.
Alan, I don't think you understand. In past games, in past years, when Memphis was playing, and it would been more than one time, you heard me. If there was a game that was debatable, or I thought they was gonna lose, I let you know before the game. Watch this one right here. Here this one come. Dude, when they play U of H, when they come into U of
in this angle. If I was you, I would have just said, you know what, man, they won a game. They won a game. But you hold up. I want you to go back and look. Hold up, because you said, you said them other people went up. North Carolina was up 20. Down 20.
Not with less than 4 minutes to go. Not with less than 4 minutes to go.
I don't care. Well, how many
that matter.
How many minutes was left?
It wasn't less than 4 minutes to go.
How many minutes was left?
It wasn't less than 4 minutes to go. You know what? I can definitely tell you how many minutes was left. There ain't no problem me finding that out.
Go get it.
I can tell you exactly how many minutes left when they was up.
They ain't gonna find me how many
minutes. Negro, I ain't doing no damn homework assignment. I'll find you one. I'm not gonna find every damn one you want. I'm telling you it wasn't less than 4 minutes to go. It wasn't. Neither one of them was less than 4 minutes to go.
Some of them lost the game. Memphis won the game though.
Remember I say, so now what you're doing now, basically what you're doing now is you're doing the same thing that the Cowboy fan does. So that's what you're doing now. You're the Dallas Cowboy fan.
Okay.
So what you're doing now is
Okay.
you're painting and you're forcing the listener
Okay.
to root against your team because they're really
I
rooting against
don't
yours.
care. Don't
So,
you remember?
no. So understand the Cowboy fan. They're really not rooting against the Cowboys.
Fat rat's
They're
ass.
really okay. So guess what? Like you said, lift them praises come up. You catch them in the same when they go down.
I ain't asking for your praise.
So what? I didn't ask you about a recap in regarding to the Memphis
Tigers.
Tigers.
How about them Tigers?
But guess what, Howard? Guess what? Let me read. Listen to this closer. Listen to this closer. I can give two shits less about the Memphis Tigers. About the city of Memphis, I can give two shits less. So now you understand that. That's a life. Listen, that's a life sentence. A life sentence. That ain't no probation. That ain't a 2-month sentence.
What's so unique about it though?
The
People in Memphis don't give a fuck about you either.
They don't know. They don't know me. I know the Memphis Tigers. So that's a difference. That's a big difference.
Hey, they don't care about you either. They don't even know you exist.
That's exactly the point. So they don't. So what you just said is definitely obsolete.
No, it's not.
It's definitely obsolete. So I'm talking about the Memphis Tigers. That's what I'm talking about.
But you don't give a fat rat's ass about them. So what you should have said at the beginning, hold on. Instead of, well, they was up by 13 with 4 minutes left.
Yes. That was a winnable game in regulation.
I can't tell you about how many Stephon them the Golden State lost by, because that's the pro. But it's basketball. And you don't understand it. It's basketball. So you had to get all.
That's pros versus college.
You had to get all offended.
Pros versus college. Hold on. That happens every day in the pros. Every day that happens in the pros. Every day. Every day there's a pro team that squanders a double-digit lead.
Also.
Every day.
A
top tier pro team squanders a double-digit lead every day. It
happens in college basketball also.
I said a top tier. That means a top 10 team in college basketball, not squandering one every night.
But Memphis is not a top 10 basketball team. They played against the top. Dude, you don't know. That's not. Hold on. I got a question. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Memphis Tigers.
Ever say anything to you about that school. Ever.
Thank you. That's where we go. Now we go. Now, speaking of, there we go.
But I'm going to talk about on the show. You just don't have to say it.
Now we can't talk about is University of Houston. Yeah. The Cougars playing Alabama tonight. That'll be on ESPN. I think about 8 p.m.
Hope they don't squander no lead with 4 minutes left.
Guess what?
Like they did against Auburn.
Guess what? For them, if they got a lead with 4 minutes left, I'll be happy for that. If they got one in 4 minutes left, and if they do squander it, guess what? I wouldn't lose an ounce of sleep. Not a single ounce.
Guess what? I'm gonna talk about Houston. I ain't that petty.
So I'm definitely talking about them right now. And of course, in the tournament they're playing in this Players Era event that's in Las Vegas. This is that event, guys, that $1 million is guaranteed to all 8 teams that are participating in it. And then you can make more money, another $1 million, if you make it, I think, to the final 4 of these teams in this tournament.
And guess where everybody else going to be when that game being played? There's another game played right around the corner. Duke versus Kansas. They're going to be played right around the corner. That's where everybody's going to be.
This is a tournament. So that means there's more than one day.
One play at 5 and one play at 6. I'm telling you, the people out in Vegas telling me where they going to be.
Dude, ain't but so many people can get in the stadium on either one of those games. It's going to be a good crowd in each one of those venues. Now, the Duke versus Kansas
neutral site events like this are never too much sold out.
No, but it's always people in Vegas that get those tickets when they gambling, and they get those tickets in every casino out there. So that means those are people that's people that fly in for that. Come on now, this is a boosters.
I'm just telling you what I was told.
These type of events are heaven for boosters, and every one of those schools has boosters, and all of their top heavy hitter boosters is going to be present because it's going to be a Peter slinging contest when they get to the casinos and the poker rooms and all other stuff with those guys on the golf courses. Come on now, you know you know that. So now, once again, this thing here, $1 million guaranteed, and University of Houston was the first team to commit to this event. It also has, I think, Baylor, Texas A&M, Creighton, Rutgers, which Rutgers is a very good squad, San Diego State, Notre Dame, and Oregon round out the field of 8. It'll be at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Those kids, NCAA was not happy about this event when it came up because they said that it was infringing or compromising or challenging the rules for these young players in regard to their eligibility. But obviously, for this event to go on and to present itself and take place, guess what? The players have to go and satisfy certain meet and greet situations. They got to go and make certain appearances at the golf tournaments. They have to go and do a lot of media, sign different stuff. They got to do a lot of stuff to satisfy this collective oriented event. Now, University of Houston, which this is one of the creative ways that they have to go, because they were going into the Big 12, they were on the outside looking in just a year or so ago in regard to how they would generate revenues. They're a booster clubs, a booster fan base, a booster economic collective they're dwarfed by other schools in that conference. So now this event, which could spearhead other events to come and be like them. This could be like a trendsetter for a lot of the events, meaning that you can come into this thing, get guaranteed bread, win, get more bread, and that money go directly into the collective for you to go and recruit other players with, and basically pass that money on to other recruits. Like, make no mistake about it, this money that U of H getting right now, some of this money going to Kingston Fleming. Some of this money could be going to Chris Sinak if he commits. Some of this money could be going. I mean, so this is how this stuff now it helps. It helps to ease the burden of U of H having to go and tap into the same wells over and over. Now, what I say is, if more of these events come up, that's more opportunities to get guaranteed money right directly into the collective. Now, the thing is, because that's the era that we live in right now. That's what they're facing with. And I love it for the University of Houston, because now they've become a major player and they have a chance to possibly have, for the first time in the history of the school, 3 McDonald's All-Americans in their freshman recruiting class. I don't think they never had more than 1. You know, what you had, Ricky Winslow, then the next one was Walker. That's somebody I'm reading with somebody post.
Vegas is a ghost town this week.
They're giving away the tickets. That's why I said earlier. They're giving them tickets. They're gonna give them tickets to them people that's playing in the slots, in the casinos. And those are the people that's gonna probably go. They from out of town.
They had 50 people
now, the only other people, but that's a UTEP game, Adam. That's a UTEP game. It'd be more than 50 people in that game tonight.
All I was saying,
it'd be more than 50 people
sell out. That's the point I was
trying. This game, this ain't a.
Watch what happened to the Kansas and the Duke game over at the T-Mobile.
Well, they're number 1 versus number 2 in the country. This is also a 2 top 10 teams that are playing against each other with U of H versus Alabama. Both of these teams were favored, or amongst the favorites to go, just like Duke and Kansas in their own right, to advance to the Final Four. So this is why the matchup is intriguing, and most people at home is going to be flipping between one and the other, and there'll be people that'll be at one will be having their cell phones on their lap looking at the other one while in between dead balls. So it's a great ticket. I'm not saying in regarding to selling out. I don't expect the U of H game to sell out, but there's more than one game on that card for tonight, and of course you gotta realize these are it is technically a de facto holiday week, put it like that, for a lot of people. So a lot of people get to have to that work those jobs that would normally go to Vegas on a normal day. Well, their kids are at home now, and so that probably be a hindrance for a lot of people. But at the same time, we get to watch it on
Oh yeah, I'm
television,
gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna
and it's
watch it.
going to be
But I'm
it's
going
going to
from
be
between
good.
Duke because I got to watch the Duke game. I got to watch that. I got to see Cooper. If I was in the
They
city,
say next year.
I'd be in there watching Cooper. I'm just talking about that. That's just a big ticket. I don't know how they did that, and who scheduled that like that. That was crazy.
I like the concept of this thing right here. But you know what? Guess what? I'll read you something that Kevin Sampson said. This is quoted. This is quoted by him. Let me pull this over here. Kevin Sampson. This is today. He was quoted in the Houston Chronicle. And listen where they're going now. Kevin Sampson says, "What if we took a one-day doubleheader and we can get Texas, Houston, Arkansas, and Baylor, with the proceeds split evenly between the 4 schools? Could do it in Fayetteville or Little Rock, or go to Kentucky or Chapel Hill. These are all the things that I sit around and think about when we have 8 days in between games." Do you guys understand what that means? What he's saying?
Repeat it again because I still don't know what he's saying.
What if we took a one-day doubleheader and we could get Texas, Houston, Arkansas, and Baylor with the proceeds split evenly between the 4 schools?
That's what threw me off. Coach, you talked about Chapel Hill and all of them places.
That's him quoting. He was basically, so I guess in Kevin Sampson's quote, he basically saying it didn't necessarily have to be those 4 schools. So then he threw it in different sites. He realized what he was saying, and then
whoa. The GMGM Grand is $39 a night. The Venetian, no.
Probably the night, yeah. I can believe that. Probably the night. Everybody's ain't no stoves in there to cook no turkeys. People got to cook tomorrow. It's gonna be a special guy that to go out of town right now. Boosters, like those high-end boosters, that can get there on the jet and get on back.
That man said, "Greetings from the land of the thrill."
So once again, what Kevin Sampson, what that is saying is that people been doing that already. But the 4 teams ain't been splitting those revenues evenly. Kevin Sampson say, where did we get those 4 teams and make a doubleheader? Didn't Rossi do a doubleheader for the last 3-4 years?
I don't keep up with what Rossi do.
Yes, he has. Did Martin Fox do a doubleheader? So basically what they're saying is your third-party event operators that's doing these doubleheaders, we can do this ourselves. That's what he's saying. We could do this ourselves, and we ain't got to give you no 20% or 50 or give you all the money and take just no 50,000 from you. We can do this ourselves and split and gap it down 4 ways. That's what he's saying.
But why is he got that? Don't these universities make enough money all damn ready What?
No, not for no, not in terms of University of Houston. When it comes to the Big 12 and it comes to collect money in their kitty
Man,
versus those other schools,
University of Houston got money now. Don't you get that? Don't you get it
they
twisted?
don't have the kitties. I
Well,
say in
ain't gonna never
comparisons.
have a kitty or Texas. They ain't gonna
But
never.
that's the whole thing. And then
Jim,
you strap down. You can only play what 21 games, non-conference games, something like that. So
I just don't understand that one. I don't understand what he's trying to do.
I know it's I see it, and like
So
you said, you read
saying
some.
we make enough money already. So now we finna make some more money. That's all he's saying.
Allen, these people, you remember, University of Houston in their basketball did not have access to a lot of money to pay them guys. They did not at first at the ground. It's coming on later. They already had gallery
Jimmy,
furniture in their
every
pocket.
program, Memphis didn't have the money at first. Colorado didn't have the money at first. You had to go get the money because this is a unique model. This is a new model. Now they got to go from them same guys who they've been asking for, the dudes that help with the buildings and help. They had to find different and creative ways to go and make money. I'm sitting there listening. I was at the NIL event in Vegas. I know what they're trying to do. I know what they're trying, but they got money. They just saying, I can't go get it from that same guy I'm already draining money from. I got to go get it from here.
And you got to get it every year. You got to re-up every year. So that means you got to get. So that means rather than go and tap, if you only got 10 guys that you're getting the bread from, okay, and then you have to you're facing, somebody else in your conference that got 50 guys they're getting the bread from. You got that. You tap into them 10 guys over and over and over.
Jimmy, Jeff Bezos got more money than this guy. Everybody got Jimmy. It's gonna always in this world, in this capitalist society, it's gonna always be the have and have-nots. We can't. It's gonna be always. I can't sit here. Well, woe is me. U of H got it. No, man. No.
No, but they got to go in. That's what I'm saying. They have to go in order. Here's the thing.
You get like them Cowboy fans. You're gonna make me hate.
Here's the thing. What Kevin Sampson went on to say in his article was that if we get the chance to do this, because now with those games that we're playing, and we can play a game and get paid more money off those games, then we got more money to throw at these kids. So that means now it's a win for the recruits. And these kids gonna want the money is gonna be the pot is has been driven up each of the past 3 years on how much some of these guys are getting. First year was kind of shaky because it was hit and miss. These kids that a lot of these on the top end,
why they do? Well, why don't they do like the University of Texas? I mean,
they don't have the kitty.
University of Tennessee. They charge a surcharge.
Yeah, that was that. They got a lot of feedback from that.
So
as
what?
Well.
They gonna get some feedback from this. I'm giving you snapback for this already. I'm saying
Tennessee did that. Tennessee did that in their football game.
Yes,
their football game for a football team that at the time was ranked amongst the tops in the country.
Holy Jimmy,
University of Houston football
Jimmy,
team.
No. It was a surcharge at every event, every sporting event. It was a surcharge to help.
Well, I know they announced it during the football game. They announced they were doing it at the football game. I know that. That's what I'm saying. And the football team's ranked. U of H football team, they're like playing in Vegas on the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. U of H football this season. Well, no, I take that back. U of H did have some peaks.
But maybe I got to look at it a little further. I'm just saying, okay, Kevin said. So he just saying, okay, instead of him going playing somebody else, a non-conference, every time he played non-conference, instead of him going somewhere and not getting paid, he'd rather do something to get paid.
No, basically what he was talking about, these tournaments that a lot of people was playing in.
The tournaments. Or the
double headers.
He trying to cut
in those double headers.
He trying to cut them.
So now you playing with those things, and they're basically they're cutting the promoter out. Just say the third party.
Cut the promoter out.
That's what he said. I didn't say it. I quoted him.
No,
That's what
I
that
asked you.
means.
I said, that's what he's saying?
That's exactly what that's saying. Dude, think about what you just said.
I don't
They
believe in
just
that,
played
though.
Auburn at a double. Why he just said double header? He didn't say triple header. He didn't say an 18 tournament. He said a double header.
I don't care what he said. Why he trying to cut the other guy out? That guy trying to make some
It's not
money.
necessarily. It ain't. Dude, it ain't nothing. It may not be anything personal against no one individual.
No, I'm talking about
just talking in
anybody.
general.
I'm talking about anybody.
You're not thinking about when you're cutting them out. I don't think that they're thinking like that. I think it's more so thinking about, hey man, we can do this ourselves. We can get this bread.
Where that article at?
And I'm down. Yes, in the front page of the Chronicle.
Okay.
And he's saying that in the article. And now I get it. I get it. It makes sense. And I'm down with it. I'm down with it the same way. Guess what? We had the same thing happen in grassroots basketball about 10 years ago. And Biggie, rest his soul, and he was one of the guys that was spearheading the thought. And I think Snoop at the time, Biggie, I think a lot of the guys in Dallas and DFW, and they were saying, okay, the thought was to have an event, and it would have been about 8 programs, and then they would bust down the net.
I believe in that.
And that way now, instead of them spending their money playing in the tournament anyway, over at cross town, they could do that and then guss it down, and then everybody wins.
Well, that's different.
Well, everybody don't lose. So that's the similar concept, Hatter. Similar concept. When they're saying, hey, man, we don't need you. We can do this ourselves. And at some point, it's going to be like that. It's going to be like just around the whole circle. A lot of grassroots teams in summer ball, they say, well, we got to go play in that thing in our store. We can each other, and we can get it in like this. But then they realize you got expenses as well. So that means now, how you going to pay for the referees? How you going to pay for this? How you going to pay for the court time? So that means at the end of the day, you ain't really making no. You'll pay you $1,000.
Wow. I hear you.
And that's what this whole thing is leading to.
Because at 3 o'clock, hey, wait a minute. I think, what, Freight, I was wrong. It's 3 o'clock my time, Freight. It's 5 o'clock your time. 5 o'clock your time, Freight. My bad. I was thinking about my time. See, a lot of people cut folk out so they can grow. Some don't have the vision, so they copycat. Okay. Thank you, Raymo. Raymo, you kind of late and came on with that one. I like that one. But I'm just trying to see what Coach Sampson talking about. I'm going to the Chronicle. But I'm going to go read this thing, man. But hey, y'all enjoy yourself tomorrow. But if some people were just was telling me yesterday, Jimmy, that how bad the basketball was at another event. And I just said, well, why y'all keep going? I went to an event yesterday in Houston and said,
that's the magic question. Do they answer you when you ask that question?
They
answer you when you ask that question?
They son play. So they saw 3 games. It was the worst basketball. No, they was talking about the basketball. They weren't talking about the event. They said the ref. See, one team was playing a team that traveled so much, the ref stopped calling.
Oh, stop. Speaking of the ref, keep talking. I'm going to. Oh Lord.
That's what he told me.
I'm going to send you something that's going.
He said, man, I sit there and listen. And get what? He sat there and said, you ain't got nothing to say, Mr. Hatter. I said, I'm listening to you and I'm taking notes. He was talking for 40 minutes and I just kept taking notes. And he understand people got to do this and he just said that the basketball product that we putting out here at the high school level is just it's just not good. What the ref got sick? What happened to the ref, man? He crying, somebody hit him. What happened to the ref, man? He's sitting there crying.
I'm trying to catch my straighten my face out.
Well, send me the text.
But the referee, I went to a game. I went to a JV game last night.
Uh-huh.
Junior varsity game.
Okay.
The only time I go to junior varsity game, let's say if it started at 7 o'clock, I go to a 7 o'clock JV game.
Okay.
I went to this JV game at 7 o'clock. The coach got ticked out the game. After the game, he talked so bad to the ref that ref went and sit down on the wall and started crying. This ref went down and started crying. Ref started crying. They consoling the ref after the game had just ended. Parents was giving the ref the blues the whole game.
This
and that's
serious,
the end result.
Jimmy, this serious. I can't laugh at this. This is something serious to make a grown man.
That's why I sit there and I had to get my face straight.
This is that right there.
It's JV basketball.
But Jimmy, it don't get no better. Watch this. Watch this right here. This man that man came right in this dude's face, man, on another one. Hold on, man. Y'all don't understand. I just said I couldn't be a ref. I know he spit it on that dude, Jimmy. He being that close. I'm gonna play it one more time. I know he spit on that guy. Watch how close. And they got this young man in here.
You know what? You know what? They can easily clear that up if they want to. I say they.
Yes, they can.
NCAA.
Yes, they can.
I got one surefire way to clear it up. What the way you think they can clear it up? Jimmy, I know how to clear it up. Easy.
Jimmy, they had a meeting this year about the sportsmanship of the coaches. Jimmy, something is going to happen. They're going to have to do something about that particular dude. Him and that damn Bruce Pearl are the two worst in the world. I don't know what you can do to him, but suspend them. Then they'll just, you suspend them, they still getting paid. That ain't hurting them. What can they do to him?
One thing that I think that I'm sure that if the NCAA did, that would drastically up this type of behavior from the coaches would be if they were to mic up the refs. That way now you can play that audio. That way that audio becomes public. They can the media can go and request that. You can hear that. That means now those coaches would be embarrassed of some of the things that they say that people normally can't hear in those type of atmospheres. They would be able to hear that. And it would hurt their sponsorships in some cases. It would depend on the program or the success of the program or the lack of success of the program. It would hurt them in the pocketbooks economically, and it would make those coaches have to tone down. This dude right
here, these two dudes right here, man, I just mentioned. I've been studying these two guys for a while. I came on here a month ago before they even thought about playing my team. And I said, I came on here last year and I just said, I just don't like him. I've been to games and sit there courtside and just, Jimmy, he starts at the minute mark in the game. The game just started and he cussing all the referees out. This same guy. And they got this, Jimmy, here it is. They just, Chef Davis, he posted it today. Where is that? It's out there right now, Jimmy. It was the folks who are assigned to a ref to games, including the NCAA tournament, have made it clear that sportsmanship is the point of emphasis, especially coaches. So Dan Hurley's antics yesterday during and after the game is going to catch everyone's attention. That's what didn't you want to catch everybody's attention? And it won't be to UConn's benefit. He said, just saying. Jimmy, people are tired of this dude, man. Him and Bruce Pearl off the chain, man. And there's some more of them out there, but them two right there, my son couldn't play for him. Jimmy, hold up. This is how he does in practice.
Hey, Luke. Soft ass. Everybody stares. Give me the ball. Liam he got stripped and he just like kind of walked to the end of the line. He's not won a game here. Stop daydreaming. Into this space. This pin has got. Get the over here, Taris. What are you staring at? Alex, we're walking around.
3 dribbles. Play for left.
Come on, Kamani. What the Jesus Christ. I just said it. 4s! No! Stop celebrating. It's over. Hey, Luke.
Something wrong, Jimmy. Serious. And me personally, something wrong with that cat. I'm watching him. Something wrong with them guys, man. That ain't passion to me. I'm not finna talk it up as passion, but we can get out of here, man, because I know you got some stuff to do. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about it again tomorrow, y'all. Y'all be here tomorrow, but don't forget, y'all. I got some good stuff for y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all on Women Rock Wednesday. Jimmy, you call and let us know what's going on from over there if you want to call in.
Yeah, man. I got them rosters already done. Rosters already printed up each game.
I just hope they be better games than they had yesterday. That's all I got to say. No.
Hold on, wait. You can wait a minute.
Come on with it.
You comparing events?
No, I'm not. I said, no, I ain't comparing. I'm not comparing.
Hey, you comparing events?
No, I'm not.
Hey, look, what that say?
What's that? Good event checklist. No. What I'm doing is
you comparing events?
No.
How many?
Hold on.
Y'all screenshot that.
Because I know you sent it. Hold on. This is what I want you to do. That's what I want parents to do. And they wasn't talking about the events. They was talking about this particular parent. He was just talking about the level of play. You can't control the level of play. You can't control, and then, then he made me think back, Jimmy. He said, because I said, where are the rivalries now? Jimmy, I remember when West Side played against Bel Air, it was a whole-out war. West Side playing against Madison, Dedrick Brazil versus Rob. Those all our wars. When Travis played West Side, them dudes don't. Where are the rivalries?
Oh, we got a couple of them in Houston.
Hold up, no. And then he come back and said, we talking about the players. He said, it's enough that you can't play, but you're not even giving effort when you're out there. And that's what and this is a guy that played basketball, that played at a high level. He was just watching. And he called me venting for 40 minutes. And he wasn't talking about necessarily events, but just saying, what is wrong with our kids? Why are we, what's the word he used? He said, this mediocre, why we just settle for the mediocre? And that's all.
What do you mean by that?
The mediocre players playing. The mediocre play of players. The mediocre play. Why are we even coming to events that are? He's saying
you just answered it a while ago, because those people going to see their babies play, and so those are the people in the gyms, plus the people that work out every kid. He's coming to watch his product in case he have a
But
she
can't
have a good
we
game.
put a better product out there? I know why they're doing it. We said that. I know why they're doing it. But
one of the reasons is the better product. The better product, all they're trying to do is be as good as the next guy that they see around the corner. They're not thinking and realize you have to be better than that guy in the other state or in the other city.
In the other part of the world.
Oh, I know. That's so. Therefore, just as you doing it, you can do that kid that's scoring this. You just good as him. That's
This
all
way,
you want to be
this
because
way he hit
you
me at.
want to be hood famous.
This way he hit me at. He said, Robert, we're celebrating mediocrity. That was the word. We're celebrating mediocrity. This ain't your job. He said, I don't know, these people out here don't do anything well enough. And he said, their effort is so bad. I watched 3 games. He said, and the coaches, all they know how to do is coach plays, not players.
So,
I'm talking about from a
well,
basketball standpoint, because I played basketball. So it gonna hit me different from you. Like if that was a baseball player talking to you like that, you would understand it.
yeah,
This just hit different.
I do understand one element of something though, Hal, that's different now,
Mhm.
and
It's different. Okay.
that is when you got a kid that's all been programmed a certain way in the non-scholastic season.
Okay.
And you get this coach and then the structure definitely in most cases a more structured environment is the scholastic season. In most cases it's more structured, I mean, because you got to be at school at this class, you only got these hours to practice, you only can see your coach, so in most cases it's more structured. You're gonna ride in the school bus to the games. You follow me? And grassroots, you get there how you want to get there. And you can stay there as late as you want to get. But so my thing is that coach has to get that kid who's already been told that he's this good and that everybody else don't believe in him like this guy does. And you just because you are 6'9", you still are a point guard. Damn what anybody else tell you. We're gonna work on you with your perimeter skills. You a point guard.
I don't mind that.
Okay.
I'd like to see that. That's something to see.
Now you get to this high school and the coach put the 6'9" on the block and trying to get him to get some within his system. And there's resistance because this young kid that's been told and he believes in his heart that he's wasting his time on his block. He needs to be on the perimeter. So therefore, you're not getting 100% out of this kid. Then if and when you lose a game, that ride home with whomever of influence is gonna be letting you know, man, that coach playing you out of position.
Oh, they are.
You know what? That coach so dumb. That coach so stupid. So now you're not getting maximum because these kids aren't playing for. Ain't many of them. I'm out in the public school ranks. They're not playing for the same thing that a lot of these young kids
what is the
played for
value?
back then.
What's the value in playing in these tournaments then? What's the value?
And which ones?
In
For these events?
Yours and Vince, whatever.
For whom? The kid or the kid or the coach?
For the players.
For the players,
What's the
it's
value?
the one most overused, overabused word is exposure. That's the overused, overabused word. Exposure. That's what most of these kids are in a quest to seek. So that means you get exposure. It helps speed up your recruiting process.
These kids don't even be caring about being district champs no more.
No, they want exposure. So now ask the next 3 kids what you see to give to describe or give you 3 examples of exposure. And that'll be the good conversation to have. Ask the next 3 you see at random. Okay, tell me the best ways you can get some exposure. And I got an idea what some of them probably gonna say. They're gonna say the most craziest thing in the world. You're in high school season. You know what they'll probably say to you? Peace Jam. That ain't got shit to do with high school basketball. That's what probably come out of most of their mouth. Give me some supreme exposure that you can get in this basketball this season.
Jim, you know what? He told me this because me and him always talk about this. And I'm just talking about simple stuff like this. I watched the McDonald's. I watched more McDonald's games this time because I couldn't keep my eyes off Kinks and Flemings. Jim, I'm seeing too much of this. And I don't know where it's coming from. But maybe they need to share this show a little bit more. Because
like right now.
Yeah, like right now. So, Jimmy, the reason I say this is I see a kid come down and hit a 3. Jimmy, if I'm playing basketball If my son playing basketball, you better get that ball back to that dude that just hit that three. Let's
Yeah.
see, can we get another one? These point guards these days, these people who having and touching the ball these days, they finna come down and jack them one because he just hit one.
Yeah.
That's just simple basketball. See, because I wanted to win. Jimmy, when we used to play, Jimmy, I wanted to win. I didn't care if Ray Moore had 10 threes. Ray Moore gonna shoot. Ray Moore gonna hit them shots. He on his feet sometime. He gonna hit them shots. My job is to get it to him. Not cause my brother and my cousin them tell me, man, when you gonna shoot the ball? You can shoot. No. This man hot. Now, when he missed a couple of them out of that, then I'm going somewhere else. But Jimmy, these kids, Jimmy, and you was off the show. But I saw something. And we ain't gonna spend a long time with it. I want y'all to go back and get the beginning of the show. Because I saw something. I saw a tweet. I saw a tweet of a young man talking about what he did over the weekend.
Really? Did he win a championship?
I didn't know. But Jimmy, what got me, I looked at the game. No, he didn't say nothing about winning. Yeah. Not one time. I'm going back and look at it.
You see, my first question was, did he win the championship? Did he win?
All he talked about the points he had. Hold up. That's one loss. Hold up. And then they had a win. Had a win and a loss. Right?
Okay.
But Jimmy, my thing is, I can't keep these people too long today. I looked at the people that he added a tag. And I was disappointed. I said to your face, I was disappointed that RCS Sports name is not tagged. And I'm just, my thing was to the parent. If you go back and listen to it earlier, my thing was to the parent and the kid. Because I looked at the program. I did my little homework. And I know the program, sometimes you in this program don't got whatever. But that wasn't important to me. Important to me, a young man, you having a man that got this kind of cachet in this business, and you don't put his name on there, but you put the guy who worked with him on there, put Doug's name on there, and you didn't put RCS Sports name on there. Son, if anybody's doing that, you're doing your son a grave disservice. And I'm just telling you, and I said it when he wasn't on the show, and I'm saying it when he had. This is the part of the basketball community that I said need to be burned out and burned down and get their ass out of here. All of these people that's doing, because this don't make sense. Because what this does, son, when a guy like me see it, and I know what he's done for this, guess what? If a coach called me asking me about you, what do you think? Son, young men in the future, watch this. Y'all got to watch this. You need everybody pulling for you. Because all of these people can say yes, but one person said no. That coach might say no because of who said it. So I know that. I know it's out there. I know that spirit is out there, but we need to break we need to break the spirit of poverty. We got to break the spirit of this stupidness out here, this ignorance. Because I know the kid don't know no better. Somebody done told him grown, don't put that name. You will immediately, and it pissed me off, and it really pissed me off. It don't even have to piss you off. It pissed me off because for the kid, I know it's going to hurt him. That's the most important thing to me. That's why I be on this show. I don't be talking to grown folks when I come on this show. That's why I'm not finna come and tell you how many points nobody had. I'm finna teach you how. I got people. Shout out to my young fella, John the Boy. Cause guess what? The seed I planted in 2013 about a top player for Houston can go to an Ivy League school. Guess what's happening? We are reaping the benefits of people who would never even entertain it because it don't usually happen. But shout out to that family for choosing Columbia. Man, you're gonna play ball, you're gonna play against all the top teams, and you're gonna be amongst industry giants. You're gonna be amongst the guys that are gonna be owning the teams in the future, not the guys who are trying to play on. So shout out to him. But Jimmy, I just wanted to share. You don't even have. It's best you not even comment on it, because I don't even want you to comment on it. I just want to let you know that it's up to guys like us. He ain't got to say this. It's guys like us, other guys, grown men in this industry. It's about them babies. The reason I do this show is about them young kids. I want them 10 years from now being able to see this video, because I give them principles that's going to last forever. That's why I say the positive things. That's why a guy told me one day, Jimmy, you too positive on this show. I said, man, let me tell you something. I done been through this summer basketball and high school basketball when everybody talk negative about my baby. And I do the complete opposite. Most of y'all said, F this community. I come back and give my time back. This last hour and a half, 2 hours and a half that me and Jimmy giving to y'all, I'll never get it back. And I gave to y'all. That's the point. That's what I want these people to understand. They don't watch that show. He on there, he on. That's why you're still getting tricked by the same old people you're getting tricked by. So that's all. That's all I'm going to say. Jimmy, you don't have to comment. I'll see you. We'll talk about it a little later, because I'm going to send you what I'm talking about, because I want you to be aware of it. And I want you to be aware of it. But I didn't like it.
Well,
I didn't like it.
I don't know who it was. No,
I know you don't.
But all I can do, I can say one thing. Mm-hmm. It's general. Mm-hmm. Is that choices and consequences.
There you go.
Remember that. If you make a choice not to acknowledge me,
I hate that.
In the act of acknowledging other people's who I paved the road for, then understand something. Then why would you expect me to acknowledge you at the finish line? And that's one of the very reasons. One of the very reasons. It's a couple of reasons, but that's one of them. That I decided to not do one of these.
I wouldn't. Shit, you're human. That's some bull.
I decided not to give all my time and hours devoted toward putting this together, just so seven kids on the front cover, they'll be happy, but everybody else in the middle, they got a picture in there, but ain't no words up under it. You mentioned my baby one time. Oh, he's ranked too low. I see the scholarship information in there, but my baby gonna get a real scholarship. So guess what?
A real.
That what they said. I didn't hear all them stuff. So guess what? If you and you parents, you hear from me. If I see you summer guys, you workout guys, you trainers, you pick and choose. Ain't no wrong with that. Acknowledge your people.
Yeah.
But when you acknowledge people and you don't acknowledge me, you acknowledge my competitor or my rival, and you don't acknowledge me, that means you done picked a side, Negro. So earn it, live with it, own it. That's all I'm saying to you. Then you try to come back like, oh, why he ain't get pumping up my kid. You picked a side and publicly. You publicly picked a side. Social media is public.
And think about this, Jimmy. A guy like me pick it up, and I'm not that savvy in social media.
So it just makes my job easier. So then we get to a kid that speak to me all the time that might not be just y'all just might be even Stevens in your eyes, or you think you better than him, but he's supposed to speak to me every time he see me. He's gonna get the nod over you. He atting me or tagging me every time, and you're not. You're tagging my rival, but you want me to save your ass at the end of the day because you ain't got no scalp, no offers. But you didn't believe the hype.
Well,
And
I
then,
know
Mr. Hicks, coming to me in the midnight hour, creeping up to my window, tapping on my window with a pebble like we in college. Want me to come and open, let you in the midnight hour. You know what? I ain't mad at you, and I ain't gonna turn you down. It's just that I'm not gonna move as fast as you want me to move.
I don't want the kid hurt. I don't want the kid hurt. And that's why I brought this up.
The grown folk got to know that.
Yes.
The grown folk got to.
Yeah.
The grown folk influence them.
Yeah, I know. Believe you me, this kid probably been influenced. I already know it, but I sent it to you. But let me get out of here, man, because my young fella, he mad at me right now.
Hey, what don't come out in the what they call it? What don't come out in the wash, gonna come out in the rinse.
Say no more.
That's the whole saying right now. What? Y'all be good. Tomorrow, of course, we'll be over at C. King High School for the Hoops Giving Classic. Y'all come on over in H-Town. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 teams ranked in the top 25 in the state will be under the same roof in action tomorrow. We're going to hospitality room is going to be on fire header.
And the referee going to call traveling if they travel. But keep going.
And not one single one of them going to start crying. I guarantee you that. Just with it as well. That's y'all leave them refs alone, people. I'm telling you. Leave them refs alone. Ain't no wrong to get no case over them holidays over this basketball stuff.
Leave them
refs alone. I'm telling you.
We out of here, man.
All you kids and parents on the road. Safe travels coming to Houston. I'm gonna fellowship with you guys tonight. I'm about to go get the bottles right now. Well, bottles of water right now for you guys, for you coaches that I'm gonna see you at the hotel this evening. And meanwhile, everybody else, see King, go to rcsports.com. Check out the schedule for the Hoops Giving Classic. It's going down tomorrow. Woo, I can't wait for some of these matchups. Shout out
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.